Hi, thanks for joining us again on our Tehaleh Trail Talk. Today we're going to talk with John Dupras with Neighborhood Home Inspections. He's a local resident here. Actually, you may have already know John because he's an ambassador for new residents coming into the community. So a great resource. And we're looking forward to getting to know him. So John, tell me, you've lived in Tehaleh now for how long?
5.5 years now.
Very good.
And back in 2014.
Okay. And before that, tell me, how you came to Tehaleh.
Well, we were living in our another house about 3 miles or so from here, and we'd been there for 23 years. Well, my parents were living down in Arizona, and my dad got dementia. He was not doing so great. I'm the oldest of 5 kids and the only boy in the family, so my wife and I decided that we would need to move them in with us. And in our old place, it wasn't really configured well for them, for the bedrooms upstairs and such. My wife had been coming up here, 3 or 4 times. She was actually looking at property for our daughter, see if she'd find a place that our daughter would like. And then one day she talked me into coming up and saying, you need to go up there and take a look at Tehaleh. They're doing some really cool stuff up there. And I was like, I don't know if I want to buy another house. And so we came up and poked around that day and ended up signing papers that day for a lot and then having a house built. We really fell in love with the place from there.
Yeah, so what about the community do you like the most?
Oh, for me, it's all about the people. I mean, we laugh because we know all the dogs' names in the neighborhood and hardly any of the people's names. But it's always like, hey, there's Pokey's mom,
That's
stuff
good.
like that. But it's a feeling of being outdoors where you live. I mean, for us, we got trails that we're on all the time. Even walking on the sidewalks and stuff is all about.
So the
meeting
sense
folks and seeing the outside.
Yeah, so the sense of community. You're kind of close to everything, but still far away.
Absolutely. We always talk about the fact that when we come home from wherever we are, coming up that hill, it's like every foot up the hill you go, your blood pressure seems to drop about 5 points. So by the time you get to the top of the hill, we're totally relaxed.
Exactly.
And then, of course, down at the post with the mountains.
Yes. So we'll talk about your current job now, but what did you do before you started the home inspection?
Well, for about 20 years, I was IT management. I was a VP of IT for a consulting company. So I have a friend of mine who does home inspections and said, hey, this might be a great business for you. I think you'd be good at it. You're curious. You're not afraid of spiders.
Very good.
So off we went.
Very good. So you pivoted, I guess is the word they use now. I did the same thing after 30 years of hospitality. There was a time where we just needed to pivot. So, and then being a part of the community, I understand you're an ambassador for Tehaleh.
Yeah, my wife Eileen and I both, a couple of years ago, they invited us to see if we'd be interested in the ambassador program. So the ambassadors here are really about, talking to folks that may not want to talk to a sales rep of some type. They just want to know, what is the community about? Is it really what they say it is? And what are sort of the plans that you know of and this type of thing. Again, just for the reason that people want to talk to somebody, except for the selling person to say, what's it really like?
Exactly. What's the one thing you always want to make sure you tell people who come in? What are you excited about telling them?
I think the biggest thing is that sense of community. I mean, we've lived in a lot of areas in our life, and this is really the first place that it feels like everybody's in the same boat. I mean, you're always going to have different types of personalities,
but they all appreciate the same thing.
But they all seem to appreciate the same thing. They all like the trails. They like the wildlife. And the community of places that like at the post, going down there and getting coffee and whatever. It's just fantastic. We couldn't have thought of a better place to be.
Your name of your company is?
Neighborhood Home Inspections.
Neighborhood Home Inspections. And that's apropos, right? I mean,
our tagline is welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. So you've been doing inspections here, even though the majority of the homes here are new construction, it is important to always get an inspection at some point.
Sure.
From a third party such as yourself.
Yeah, we recommend. I mean, we tell people it's not a bad idea to have an inspection even on a new build, because Houses are built by humans. Nobody's perfect.
Right.
And having somebody who's a disinterested third party, if you will, has no emotional attachment to the house, and just give you the facts, what they see, what they find.
So, having done as many as you have, are there any stories you'd like to share about some interesting ones?
Did a house one time that had a meth lab in the crawl space that they've been dumping all the chemicals into the septic system, which was about $35,000 to replace the drain field.
Wow.
But my favorite one is, it isn't necessarily about the expense or concern of it, but I did a house about 3.5 years ago out in a little country town south of here.
Yep.
And it was a 1930s era farmhouse, and it had been abandoned for maybe 10 years or so.
Okay.
And the folks were really looking to buy the property. It was about 10 acres. So I did the inspection on the house, which was pretty decent considering. And I got down in the crawl space, which was probably about 3 feet deep. When I came around the corner of the L shape in the crawl space, sitting in the beam of my flashlight is a table.
No.
With 4 chairs with a doll in each chair.
No.
And a teacup in front of each doll.
Oh, good Lord.
All just covered in cobwebs.
No.
And when I got home that night, I was telling my wife about it, and she's like, "Oh, did you take pictures?" I was like, "No, I didn't take pictures." I said, number one, I don't want to be reminded.
No.
Number two, I've seen enough of those movies to know
Yes,
that the next time
exactly.
I look at the pictures, the dolls will be in different chairs.
Exactly.
They're looking
Their
a
heads will be
different way.
turned. Yes.
And in the middle of the night, they'll come out of the phone and eat the family. So I saved you all. You're welcome. But that's about the creepiest thing that's happened.
Yeah, keep them from buying a haunted house.
Yeah.
That's good. Thanks for joining us today, John. It was great getting to know you. Appreciate you being a part of the community and being an ambassador for us here in Tehalah. So if you're thinking about buying here or bought a home, make sure you reach out to John to get it inspected with his company, Neighborhood Home Inspections. So if you like us, give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. Turn on notifications and subscribe. If you want to know more about what it's like living here, reach out to us because we have a magazine that's put out by another resident here in Tehaleh called The Land Above. It's a great community resource. Happy to get that out to you. Until next time, see you.
He says, "Well, here's what you do. You get an accountant,
Right?
and they do whatever they tell you." And that's all you need to know.